Hi guys, how are you? I wanted to give you a quick update as promised on my retainer situation. So it's called Life After Invisalign, but as you can see, I still have these little suckers in. So I went to my orthodontist, we went for my visit, we went ahead and installed my permanent retainers. You can see gray line in the back of my teeth. It's a very thin wire and it basically gets glued on. It's the same glue if you have outliners already that you might have for your attachments. And I also have a permanent retainer that goes along the back of my upper teeth. And that's because, as I shared before, I really don't want the movement back and forth. This is my second time having my teeth corrected over like the last decade or so, and so I just really want to be done with it. And I think permanent retainers, at least for me, is probably going to be the best option long term. So went in, got my retainers placed, and my orthodontist was like, a lot of my patients, they don't even wear their retainer trays after they wear permanent retainers. I know my teeth, and as I've shared before in my previous video, they tend to shift. My teeth want to be where they were meant to be due to my genetic algorithm. And so what that means is that they're gonna try to shift back. And so got them in, and then they had to do another impression. It's a digital impression. I have a tool, they go around the mouth. And the reason they had to do that is because of those permanent retainers in the back. They have to catch that in the impression so that when they have my retainer trays built, they are able to fit snugly, given that additional space. And so I went about a week before those were able to come in. During that week, even though it was amazing, I can't tell you how amazing it was to not have to wear trays. I mean, it'd been a year since I'd gone that long without having a tray in my mouth. And they're so comfortable, they're so great, they're so flexible, but it was just nice to be able to eat. And I remember the first couple of days I felt weird eating with the permanent retainers. I just tend to be highly focused on dental hygiene, and so I was brushing after every meal, and I became and I am now, even more sensitive to my dental hygiene after meals or going too long without brushing, only because I have this additional glue and wire and places where I think are nooks and crannies where bacteria and plaque can build up, and that leads to bad breath and all kinds of dental health issues. And so I just tend to, and I'll give you my oral rinse recipe, because I went in to get my aligners put in and they were like, you have the whitest teeth. And to have an orthodontist office tell you, what are you doing to get your teeth so white, that's a big deal. So I'll talk about it probably towards the end of this video. Right up front, I just want to focus on the experience. And so about a week went by before my plastic aligners came in, and like I said, I was feeling great. I don't have to wear these things, but I felt the shifting. I did. I felt my teeth moving. You feel kind of the pain, you feel the misalignment, and I knew I needed my retainers. And so even though my orthodontist, I love her, best office, best staff ever, told me, a lot of my patients don't wear their retainer, I had, because I do a lot of research, I read online that a lot of other orthodontists actually recommend wearing your retainer at the final phase for at least, 2 months, sometime after, like regularly, at least 20 hours, for 2 months after you've had your, shifting trays removed. And that's basically to set your teeth, right? I want all my gums, I want all the tissue, I want everything to set my teeth into this new final position. And so even though she says you don't have to wear it, I felt the shifting, and so I've been wearing my trays again for the last couple days, just as I was wearing them before. And you can hear again, this kind of, my tongue has to get used to now having the aligners and the tray, and that's all goes away when I take out the trays. And so I'm gonna be diligent. You know why? Because I've told you I'm not doing this again, and I'm really happy with the results. I think my teeth look very natural. They don't look like veneers, which I don't want. I didn't want my teeth to look like, you know, perfectly straight fake teeth. I think they look natural, and they look straight and nice and orderly. And so I'm going to continue to wear my aligners at least for 2 months for 20 hours. And then it's, like I read during my research, is it's going to be at least 12 hours of retainer wear every night for at least a year, so that my teeth really set. And something I want to talk to you guys about, which I've been doing, which has been amazing, is intermittent fasting. And so I'm going to do a video on that. And basically the reason it comes up is because I don't really eat after 6 o'clock at night, and then I don't eat again until about 8 or 9 the next morning, sometimes 10 o'clock the next morning. And so that's fine with me. I'll just pop on my retainers and go that whole time wearing my trays until the next morning. So again, that 12-hour minimum will start in a few months. For the next 2 months, it's going to be at least 20 hours of wear. And then hopefully after a year, I can go to what other people do, which is they just pop their retainer in every night. After about 5 years, you actually only have to pop your retainer in every few nights. And so, I mean, this is definitely a commitment, and my husband and my family, they're like, just give it up, your teeth look great. And I know they look great now, and it's just a very small thing for me that I think long term I'll get over some of kind of just the very little insecurities I had about having my teeth be crooked. And so I wanted to share that update with you guys really quick. My oral rinse that leads to, I mean, literally I wake up, my husband's like, it smells like you just brushed your teeth, because I do this oral rinse every night. And so I'm going to make a video actually making my recipe. It's all natural ingredients, but I can give you a heads up. It's very simple ingredients. You're going to have the hydrogen peroxide. It's got to be food grade and not the stuff that you just get at the pharmacy, because that stuff's got a lot of chemicals and preservatives in it. So you want food grade hydrogen peroxide, water, filtered or distilled water, and then you're going to have your tea tree oil, essential oil, and your peppermint essential oil. And peppermint's really, for me, I just like that minty feeling, but the tea tree oil plus the hydrogen peroxide, that's what's going to disinfect and even whiten your teeth. And so I went in there and they're like, your teeth are so white. And I had to give them the recipe for my oral rinse, and my husband's like, you should go to farmers markets and sell this stuff. Not right now, but that video's coming up. For right now, I wanted to update you on what's going on in the world after Invisalign. And in about 8 weeks, I have another appointment, just another follow-up with my orthodontist to see how things are progressing. So I'll follow up then with you guys on that. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I'm happy to help you, whether you're deciding between Invisalign or Smile Direct Club, or you're just kind of new to this process and you want to know things like, now I have to clean my teeth a certain way. I have special floss, and I'm happy to do a video on that. If you wanted to kind of see what that looked like as far as the floss is concerned, I'm not going to floss my teeth on video, but I will show you kind of how that process changes. And thanks for watching. Talk soon.